man, I decided to take me a shower and shave and get into my brand, man. Y'all, the last couple of days, y'all been kicking my behind. So I figured I better, man, let me get into my brand so I can get back on here and talk shit. That's all. Boy, let me tell you, you'll be surprised at what a new hat, some new teeth, and a new suit will do. Boy, I'll be shining like new money, man. I ain't like, get me a new hat, new suit, and get my teeth fixed. Boy, I'll be shining like new money. I ain't lying. Unstoppable. Totally unstoppable. Um, God dog, this one I want conservative atheists to bring his behind back up in here, cause uh, I got this book right here. See, I got this book for him. This right here say, let me see, the black presence in the era of the American Revolution. See, white people talk like we ain't have no parts to play in the first black man killed in the revolution was Crispus Attucks, first person killed in the Civil War. See, but we ain't made no contributions. We dumb. We want something for nothing. That's just one of the books I got. Uh, I'm interested. I think this is gonna be a good book. I think this is gonna be a good book. Haven't read it. Yeah, this is gonna be a good book. This is gonna be a good book. Yeah, this is gonna be. I'm gonna start reading this. This is gonna be a good book. Gonna be a good book right here. And this is history in their own words. This is about black people in their own words, right here. So them was the three books I got out of storage that I could put my hands on right away. So I want conservative atheists to come back up in here. Man, I'm surprised I ain't got nobody to join me yet. I'm surprised. I'm what? I'm 3.5 minutes in, man. I'm surprised. I'm gonna see. Let me see how long it take before somebody join me. See how many minutes go by before I start picking up people. Oh, 3.5 minutes went by before anybody joined. Wow. So now I know for the first 3.5 minutes I could be doing something else. I ain't got to be sitting on here talking to y'all, wasting my voice, wasting my precious voice. So I'm no man, I'll make my bed. Make my bed. Man, get the fuck out of here. You talking about make my bed? Yeah, I don't make no bed, man. I'm gonna get in that joint just like that. Hey, man, my wife make my bed. I don't make beds, man. Oh, no, that's not mine. I don't make my bed, man. And see, I don't have no problem letting you see my bed ain't made. And I'm gonna go pull them covers up. By the time I get up, I'm gonna get back in it. Tonight, I sure am. I sure am, man. Yeah, shit. You know, this for them folk that's trying to pretend and do all that other stuff. No, man, let y'all see my bed is jacked up. And if you can see over here in this corner, it's a mess too. If you can see right over here in this corner, it's a mess. It's a mess, buddy. I ain't lying, it's a mess. Yes, sir. So at least give me credit, man. I got some of the mess out of the way. The bed might be messed up, but you ain't seeing all the junk I got. All right. Hey, no, man, no. Some see this is. Let me tell you something. I want you to always remember this. I'm gonna use this guy as an object lesson. You see what he said? Calm down. Only messing with you. Whenever somebody tell you that shit, whatever they said before that, they meant it. Whenever somebody tell you, listen what he say. Listen what he say. Calm down, only messing with you. Whenever somebody tell you something like that, or you can't take a joke, shit, whatever they said before that, they meant it. They meant it. That's just the truth, man. And so I know if you gonna say something about, you have a problem with a bed that ain't made up. I don't. See, you got a problem with that, man. That's just one of your pet peeves. That ain't a pet peeve of mine. See, we all got different pet peeves, man. We all got different things that make us tick. We all like different things, man. But there are some things. I'm glad I ain't gonna be out tomorrow. They talking about an Arctic freeze. I'm gonna be right here in this hotel. Ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna be right here. I ain't going nowhere. It can do whatever it want. Yeah, I ain't far behind you, man. Now, I don't mind. You know, one of my Achilles heels is house cleaning. So I don't mind telling you, I ain't good at it. Hey, what's going on, Boxer? if you're looking for a man that is that cleans house and do all that shit and wash dishes and do all that, you got the wrong man. That ain't me. Hey, Queen, what's going on with you, girl? How you doing? Nah, I'm telling you like it is, man. And see, let me tell you, that was I'll get to that. That's one of the criterias for, I mean, that's necessary for me. I have to have a woman that take care of the house, because I'm too busy out in the field. I need somebody that, like home, that can make a home. That's what I need in my life. I don't need just a pretty face. I need somebody that can make a home, that can balance the checkbook. See, that's good with money. That's what I want in my life. See, I ain't looking for any and everything. Yeah, girl, I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm doing good. I sure am. Yeah. See, so that's that's the criteria for, and it took me a long time to understand that. And see, and I keep telling people, as you grow older, when you in your 20s and 30s, man, it's all about that bed. It's all about that bed when you in your 20s and 30s. Once you start hitting 50 and 60 and 70, shit, that bed ain't that important no more. It's about what you can tolerate. Now if the bed is good, that's just a cherry on the top. But you about what you can tolerate at this age. You can if a woman, she can be terrible in bed, but boy, she got all the other qualities. that you want, you'll compromise that. See, you'll compromise that, man. When you start getting older, when you younger, shit, she ain't good in bed. Nah, baby, I ain't got time for you. I'm looking for somebody that can rock my world. Okay? At 70 years old, I ain't worried about my world getting rocked right now. Can you keep up with our money? Can you keep eye on the money I'm gonna be making? That's what I wanna know. You know, keep eye on the money. Keep eye on the checkbook. You know, because I'm out there hustling. I ain't got time. I need my wife, man, watching our finances. And she can't do that twerking. It is. It is. You know, you got a lot of women out here think that, you know, because they can shake their big old ass, a man is supposed to, you know, fall at their feet. Because they got a big ass they can shake. Can't balance a checkbook. But they think men's supposed to fall at their feet. Come on, get real, man. And then that big ass you shaking ain't real. You done went to the doctor and got that shit worked on. That ain't even real. Boy, you see some women walking around like they got some biscuits in their damn pants. They shit is all lumpy. They going down here getting this BBL surgery and shit. Man, they butts look lumpy and shit. Man, how is it that you are so vain that you got to go get an operation so you can have a big butt? Ain't that something? You ain't trying to exercise. Now somebody asked me about this balloon. I don't know why y'all upset with China and the balloon when they got all your shit on TikTok. Y'all motherfuckers worried about a balloon. You better be worried about TikTok. That's the shit that everybody's on. Shit, that balloon can't survey the whole world. Man, TikTok is over the whole world. And y'all talking about something spying up in Iowa, whatever the fuck they were. You better be worried about TikTok. That's what you need to be worried about. So you ain't think about that. Chinese on TikTok, buddy. And everybody and their mama on TikTok. And you have to give them your banking information too. So look at all the information Chinese got already on Americans. Okay? Look at what they got already. And you tell me they ain't exploiting it? That's right. That's right. No elected official in the United States of America should be on TikTok. No elected official. The government shouldn't even be on TikTok. Because we don't know what they done designed that app to do. And you ain't gonna tell me, man, that TikTok app ain't snooping. You ain't gonna tell me it ain't snooping. That's the Chinese. They snooping. You ain't gonna tell me they ain't snooping on that app, man. I'm telling you. Because your phone already listened to you. Your phone is already listening to your ass. And you getting permission for your camera and your microphone? You get them permission. Who say they ever turn it off? Think about that. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. And see, and all TikTok is doing is showing Chinese our habits. Yeah, they got everything. They got everything. Man, once you give them permission in this phone, ain't no telling what they looking at. For real. Ain't no telling what they looking at, man. Because you done gave them permission. So ain't no telling what they looking at. See, and you don't know, because you don't know how they designed it. But, you know, we so easy to trust people. We're so easy to not be suspicious. None of that. And let me tell y'all something, right? When it's the thing to do, that's when you run. That's not what you want to do. TikTok is the thing to do right now. Everybody and their mama is on TikTok. That's the one you need to be running from. Okay? That's the one you need to be running from. Because when that joker fall, it's going to take a whole lot with them. And seeing if that app ain't on your phone, you might have a chance. But if you got that app on your phone, man, you're going to suffer the consequences. I'm serious, man. I ain't worried about that balloon. Because that's confined to a certain area. TikTok is all over the world. And it's the Chinese. And they snooping. By nature, they gonna snoop. They gonna snoop, man. See, and quiet as kept, they own most of America anyway. Chinese own most of America. Americans don't own America no more. That's what killed me about some of these white folk. They talking about immigrants coming here. Man, Americans don't own America no more. we don't own America no more, man. No, indeed. Foreigners own America. Americans don't own America no more. I don't know if y'all know that or not, but the majority of the real estate holdings in America are in foreign hands. They're in foreign hands. You see? And we ain't even conscious of it. Because they trying to get that money. They want that money. They don't give a damn about you. They want that money. And they got it. And they can go, and see, this is the thing you have to understand about rich people. Rich people can go anywhere in the world at any moment they want to. Because they got money. They can buy their way into some of these countries. A lot of these countries that had these strict COVID, you don't think that some rich people didn't buy their way into some of these countries? You wouldn't know about it. They got programs right now where you can get visas for X amount of dollars. You can buy a visa, man. And if you can buy a visa, shit, you can buy citizenship. You give a country enough money, you damn straight they're gonna give you a citizenship. You'll jump the line and you'll get your green card. You'll get it. See, y'all don't understand the power of money, man. Cause most of us are dealing with broke. See, we living from paycheck to paycheck. But people with money, man, they ain't got no problems. Go anywhere they want to, anytime they want to. And inflation don't bother them. Because they got money. Inflation only bothers poor folk. They're the ones struggling. Rich people can pay higher prices with no problem. You see? But we fighting each other. And we still paying high prices. And we fighting each other. Why is that, man? Why can't we come together and try to help one another? I mean, that's the travesty of this whole situation. We are afraid to help each other. We are afraid to come to the aid of each other. We always got some suspicion, some doubt. And believe it or not, man, the only thing people want really is the opportunity. And a lot of times they can't even get the opportunity. You know, because people got they isms. So, um, but if we don't come together, we're gonna perish together. It's just that simple. And I ain't trying to perish. That's why I'm out here fighting. I ain't trying to go down with the ship. That's why I'm out here talking. I could have, with my circumstances and the stuff that I'm facing, man, I could have, and you know, I had days, they kicked my ass yesterday. You know, I've had days where, man, I'm just like, fuck y'all. I don't feel like dealing with this shit. You know, and then I come along and God said, all right, time to get back in it. Get back. You know, get back. Come on, man, you gotta get back in the groove. So I just said, okay, let me get back in the groove. You know, matter of fact, you know, I got some more shirts. I even got my starch. You see, wait a minute, where is it? Oh, y'all can't see. My ironing board is over here. I got my ironing board, man. I got me some starch now, and I can starch my shirts. You see, I got 3 shirts that I need to starch. And I got the starch to do it now. Yeah, and get them on the ironing board, starch them, let them dry out. Hey man, and I get them ironed. Yeah, serious, serious. See, um, and don't care what y'all say. Don't care what y'all say, man. Don't care what you think. You know, you know, I got some people on here literally ain't got no shame about teasing me because you know I'm homeless. I'm in transition. I'm not homeless. I'm in transition. I'm in transition right now. This is my holding pattern while God is working out whatever He's working out. Where I'm gonna move next. This is my transition. You see? So you know, and I was lucky. Cause I know so many people, man, sleeping in their cars. Right now, sleeping in their cars. Right now. It's a lot of people, man, sleeping in their cars. They really are. Sleeping in their car. And you wouldn't even know it, man. You don't even know it. And it's people right now sleeping in their cars. That's where they live. And that could have been me, man. You know? So, um, I'm grateful. I am truly grateful. I really am, because it could have been worse. Man, I thought I went to I went to Whole Foods today because I had a little piece, little salad left over. I said, man, let me go get me some chicken, some buffalo chicken wings, because you know I want to eat with my salad. And thought I lost my keys. God diggity dog. Boy, I was like, Lord, and I kept going back to the desk, and I said, I'm not this trifling. If I found somebody's keys, man, I would have went and turned them in. And you know, I had this jumper on. So and for some reason I thought I had reached in and put them in my pocket, but they dropped down in my leg. So I'm standing there and the lady said, sir, ain't nobody turned no keys in. I had walked to my car and they wasn't in the car. So I'm shaking my legs and God damn, here my keys fall out. My daughter, she done left her job. Okay, daddy, let me come over there and see, can I help you find her? She outside? I'm like, no, baby, I found him. She said, boy, you getting old. She said, daddy, you getting old. I said, you're right, because I swear I thought I had lost my keys, man. and they was in my pants leg. I was like, well, so much for that. But no, man. You gonna have days where You're going to feel like the world is against you. You're going to have those days, man, where you're going to feel like the world is against you. Ain't nothing going right. You know, but watch. See, when you're a good person, man, good things going to happen to you. When you do right by people and you do, man, good things going to happen to you. That, believe it. I'm a witness to that, man. That's why I was saying, Lord, I know I'm not even this trifling. If that was me, I would have turned the keys in. If I found somebody's keys, and especially right outside the store, hey, somebody dropped their keys out here. I know they're going to be looking for them. And I just couldn't believe, man, that nobody would find my keys and come turn them in. And I'm looking all in my pockets and everything, and my keys them fell down in my leg. You know, between my pants and my jumper. That's what my keys are. And I finally just pulled up and the keys fell on the floor. And I said, wow. You know, because I know I ain't that trifling. And I done dropped both of these phones. I done dropped both of them. Oh, by the way, anybody want to call and talk to the Truth Conductor? Call me up. 202-320-4336. We can talk. We can talk. I'll talk to you. Sure will. About anything. Yes, I will. See, most folks don't even give you that opportunity to be able to talk to them. See, and y'all ought to see by now, and don't too much scare me. If I can get off in the middle of Black Lives Matter and tell them, man, y'all some fake motherfuckers. Y'all coming down here, ain't too much. Okay, all right, go ahead, girl. Go ahead. Enjoy. Thank you for joining me. You down in Jamaica, aren't you? Aren't you down in Jamaica? Or was in Jamaica? Do I have the right person? I think she's in Jamaica. I think so. Man, that's where I need to be. I need a vacation. I need to go down to Jamaica. Oh, you're in the USA? Okay. I need to go down to Jamaica, man, for a couple of weeks. And just sit on the beach, man. Drink me some coconut water. Fast and pray. And bathe in that sea salt. That's what I need to do. You know, I need to get in that ocean, man. Get in that salt. And just cleanse my spirit. That's what I need to do. Get me some good, clean food. You know? But it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You know, who knows, man? That might be my honeymoon. I might be calling forth my honeymoon because I play the Jamaican national anthem a lot in front of the White House. You know, see, y'all laughing, but one day, man, I'm gonna play the right country's national anthem in front of that White House. And they're going to send me an invitation to their country. And they're gonna send me an invitation to their country because I'm good for tourism. I'm all about tourism. See, tourism is the only profession left where you don't really need a high school education for tourism. To be a tour guide, you don't need a high school education, man. You need to be able to learn some history. You know, you need to be able to learn how to tell stories. That's all a good tour guide is. Is a person that's a good storyteller. That's a tour guide. That some of them call them doses, but they just good storytellers. You see? And when you're on a tour. So let me kind of give y'all a little, how I do my tours. Because I am the creator of the tours, see, I can start at any point of my tours because I have all the information. And you might say, well, damn, if you got a tour that's 3.5 hours long, how much history are you giving? I'm giving a lot. And see, between places, it's when I use filler information. I will tell you what the city was like during that time in that particular area. Like my tours start at Anacostia Metro Station. Well, Anacostia was always a anything goes area. You know, you for the city didn't start booting for ticket violations in Anacostia until 2000. That's how bad it was. When Anthony Williams became the mayor of DC, that's when they started booting early in the morning, 3, 4 in the morning, 2, 3, 4 in the morning. What's going on, Devin? And so what I try to do, man, is not only give people some history that they're not familiar with, but also try to share the city. Well, hey, man, I mean, everything starts small, man. You can't despise small beginnings, man. And that's what a lot of people do. See, a lot of people want to come out here with 100, 200,000 viewers, and they ain't got no foundation. So what I'm doing is I'm building a foundation, man. And now people are seeing I'm a straight talker. And believe it or not, this is what people are going to come running to because I'm a straight talker, man. You ain't got to guess. I say what I mean what I say. And that's what's going to start attracting people to me. Because everybody else saying one thing and means something else. If you full of shit, I'm going to tell you, man, you full of shit. It's just that simple. Ain't no harm feelings, man. I ain't got no, man, just like conservative atheists. As bad as conservative atheists get up in here and talk about black people. So I know that's coming back on him. So I'm just letting him dig his grave. That's what I do for him. All that talk, conservative atheists get up here, man, he gonna have to deal with that shit one day. He might not think so, but he going to deal with it. Okay? And that's just a reality. So, man, I ain't watched TV since I've been in this hotel. I have not turned this television on. Matter of fact, I ain't watched television on my phone. I couldn't even tell you what the hell is going on TV. And this is what we really need to organize. Man, we need to organize that television. Devin, that hot air balloon is not what you need to be worried about. TikTok is what you need to be worried about. That hot air balloon, that's confined to just a few miles. You better be worried about TikTok, buddy. That's what you should be worried about. That hot air balloon is just a distraction. You need to be focused on TikTok right now, because that's what everybody's on. Everybody and their mama is on TikTok. Yeah, it's a distraction. What is a EMP? I don't know. I don't know. It could be anything you want it to be. It could be anything you want it to be, my friend. I have no idea. I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't even know where you got that from, but I don't know. I don't even know what context you're using that in. So I can't answer the question. All right? So again, man, if somebody want to talk to me, 202. Oh. Again, Americans need to focus on TikTok. That's the threat to the national security right now, TikTok, because everybody's on it. Oh, okay. Everybody's on it, man. Everybody's on TikTok. And that's by the Chinese. And that's the national security threat right now. Because they listening to some politicians. They know who's who. They listening to some politicians, man. They sure are. They listening to some politicians. You know? And if it's a government agency, that's got, man, they all in their business. Them Chinese all in their business because you done gave them permission. They all in there. They know everything. Okay? And it ain't gonna be long. Okay? It ain't gonna be long. See, now, let me go to show you something. What if TikTok is designed to cause a blackout? God damn. Truth Conductor, why the fuck did you just say that? What if the TikTok app, what if they can cause a blackout with the TikTok app? What if they can shut down the whole banking system with the TikTok app? Cause they got your banking information. What if they can shut down the banking system with TikTok? Damn. Y'all ain't think about that. Damn. You know, look at the damage they can do. No, seriously, man. Look at the damage they can do to our banking system. They can get in there and cause a disruption and can't nobody get no money. Now you got chaos. Now you got panic. Because now all of a sudden, somebody else manipulating your currency, manipulating your money. You can't get no money. What you gonna do? And you living paycheck to paycheck. See, that's how dangerous TikTok is. And don't nobody want to see that. See, they can disrupt a whole bunch of shit in America and have us fighting each other. See, they can cause panic. TikTok can cause panic in America right now. And we're going to be fighting each other. And the Chinese going to be sitting back looking. And come in and say, oh, we can fix that. So y'all ain't never considered that. How disruptive is that app? Mass chaos. See, somebody needs to be asking, man, how disruptive is that TikTok app? How disruptive is it? If they decide they want to shut something down, do they have the capability? I think so. Because everybody done gave them permission. And see, we've been trusting. We think, and I'm gonna tell y'all what kind of raised the red flag for me for TikTok and why I got off. I had a guy that had two different, with my picture, profiles. Truth Conductor. Profiles. Man, I complain about them sites. I complain about them sites. I complain about them sites and complain about them sites. And they was using my stuff and they never would take it down. I said, you know what? I don't need this shit. I deleted my TikTok app. When you gonna openly let people impersonate me, and I'm telling you, man, this is an impersonator, and you take no action, you don't give a damn. I don't have TikTok. I'm not on TikTok. I got TikTok app off my phone. I sure did. I took it off my phone, man. Cause they don't give a damn. They want people to download that app. No, it's not regulated. No, it's not regulated, man. No, it's not. No, it's not. And look how many government officials are on TikTok. I mean, just about every government official is on TikTok. They're on TikTok. So what do? Everybody on TikTok. I got off. Y'all can have it. Ain't that much money for me, man, for me to be allowing them. Because like I said, when they want to be disruptive, who knows? Shoot. At this point, we can't even get in a conflict with China. China can fuck us up. We can't go to war with China. China got too much leverage over us. See, if we went to war with China, TikTok mess us up. We probably wouldn't even be able to communicate with each other. See, that's how powerful that app is. Man, that app probably can disrupt the phone lines. You don't know. It can disrupt communication. You don't know. You don't know what it's capable of. And I'm sure because they got all of the access they want, I'm sure there's something. If they want to punch a button, everybody's going to affect everybody on TikTok. Everybody. Everybody. And can you imagine? We going to war. We got an emergency. And we got a phone that's useless. Can't even dial on it. Can't even access the internet. Because the phone is useless. Can TikTok, that app, disable this phone? Think about that. Can that app disable it? This is most folk main communication. Can that TikTok app disable this phone? You done gave it permission for the microphone. You done gave it permission for the camera. So that means every time you turn it on, they're going to know. So can that app disable this phone? So we can't talk to nobody? We can't communicate? And we in the dark. Now it's mass chaos. Man, can you imagine if this thing went dead? How people gonna panic? How parents trying to get to their children? Look at the chaos, man. Look at the chaos this could cause. Right here. If you can't call and find out about your children, man, you're gonna panic. Now everybody gonna hit the highway at the same time. Look at the traffic jam. And because you don't have access to it, you don't know what it did to your bank account. So now you don't have access to your phone, and you go because they got access, and you try to get into your account, and you can't get no money. No, seriously, man. See, no, we don't think that shit can happen. Because we're America. See, we don't think nobody is brave enough to pull that off on us. Chinese is. They brave enough. How much? And see, and that's the question, man. How much damage can that TikTok app do? That's a damn good question. How much damage can it do? Because it can do some damage, and we need to find out, man. What's the dark side of that app? Because it's got to be one. And right now, we only see the upside. There's a downside too, buddy, that we ain't privy to. So, and you know what? See, the ones that ain't got that app on their phone, they ain't gonna have to deal with the chaos. It's the people with the TikTok app that's gonna be in panic. Those are the ones that's gonna panic. Whoever got that TikTok app, man, they gonna panic. And see, and mark my word, they gonna start testing that soon. You're gonna start seeing blackouts soon. And it's gonna be coming from that TikTok app. That's where it's gonna be coming from. And if you got it on your phone, you screwed. It's just that simple. And if you think I'm lying, shoot. Let everybody start dumping that TikTok app. See what the Chinese do. Let everybody start dumping that TikTok app. See what they do. See what they do. They ain't gonna be happy about that. Not at all. See, I just put a new wrinkle on somebody's brain. Because they hadn't thought about, man, what if they design that app, man, to cause some blackouts? Shut down the banking system. Deny you your money. Because you done gave them access. They got your account number, buddy. They got your account number. They got it. How you think they paying you? They got it. How you think them people making money? They got your account number. You don't think they can shut that shit down if they want to? You don't think they can send a bug in there if they want to? How you gonna know? How you gonna know? You ain't. Like, damn, True Conductor. I ain't thought about it like that. And whenever they get ready to make a deposit into your checking account, money go right in. Because they got all the information. And if they got your checking information, see, you don't know how much of your private information that they can gather out of that. Your PIN, all of that, man. They got all of that. You don't think TikTok got your PIN to your bank? Shit, you lying to me? They got it. But see, we don't think about stuff like that. Because we just trying to get in the trend. We trying to be like everybody else. We trying to do what everybody else is doing. And we're going off the cliff with everybody else. Okay? So, man, it's a Friday evening. I'm gonna sit down and enjoy myself today. It was too windy for me to go out, and it's very, very cold. Today and tomorrow it's gonna be super cold. So, and I'm gonna be inside because tomorrow's my Sabbath. So I don't go out tomorrow. So, I'll just get ready to go out Sunday and do my thing. And, you know, let the chips fall where they may, man. That's where I am in my life. I just let the chips fall where they may. Do my part, man. And if my part ain't good enough, if it ain't getting the results that I need, then, I have to deal with that. But at least I'm still trying. At least I got the courage to still speak up. At least I got the courage to still participate. See, a lot of people that face this kind of adversity, man, they shut up because they embarrassed. That eviction was supposed to shut me up. Supposed to make me be quiet. Was supposed to humiliate me. That 2 days before my birthday, man. My 70th birthday. I get evicted from my apartment. 2 days before my birthday. That was supposed to discourage me, man. That was supposed to break me. And I mean, it was a gut punch too. Because I was saying, listen, I'm trying to think of everything I can to 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 be positive, man, and to try to, cause I was like, man, if folk would just donate a tour that I could give away to some underprivileged youth, I'd get out of debt. Just donate a tour, man. And people couldn't even see that. They wouldn't do that. They wouldn't even donate a tour to help my business, so I could give it away to some underprivileged kids to try to fight this black on black crime. Well, how we gonna know that? How you know it won't work? Give me a chance, man. And if you see it and it don't work, just say, hey, Truth Conductor, we tried that. It didn't work. So you got to come up with something else. But, folk won't even give it a chance to work. And they complaining about the problem. Look how many people that are complaining about black on black crime. And I'm saying, hey man, let's try some black history. Let's try to reach these kids with some black history. Let's see if that'll work. Because the average kid in Washington, D.C. don't know nothing about his history. They just know the monuments. They don't know nothing about D.C. black history. And for some of them, man, to get that information, you might be surprised how it impacts them. You might be surprised. See, now you're stimulating something. You're stimulating some curiosity. You see? And you're showing them something. You're not coming in looking down on them. I was a street vendor. They understand me. Because a lot of their families and friends are street vendors. So if I can tell you, man, I started in D.C. on the street as a street vendor. Then I created some Black History tours that's just information that's just dying on the vine, with nobody even using it. And I took it, and I made some tours out of it, so people can learn our city. See, that's what I'm trying to do. See, I am attracting tourism. See, I want to be responsible for people coming in and say, man, when I come to DC, man, I got to take me a DC Black History tour from Truth Conductor. I got to take one of his tours just to see what he's doing. And that's what it's going to be, man. It's going to come a time, boy, I'm going to have buses, vans, all of that. Because I'm going to take this tourism over in DC. I'm going to take these tours over. Because they only focus on the monument. Man, I'm going to have cemetery tours, historic black church tours. I'm going to have all of that. Walking tours. I'm going to have all of that. I'm gonna have it all. And then, and that's on DC Black Tours. And I'll turn around with Capital Buddy Tours and any Black History tour you're looking for in the country. Come to Capital Buddy Tours and you can book it. That's what I want to be, just like Viator with Capital Buddy Tours. Any kind of Black History tour, you can come to me. I got it. I got it. I got one place. There's not one place on the internet where you can find a Black History tour anywhere in the country. It don't exist. It don't exist. So why not provide that? You see, and let me tell y'all, listen to me. It ain't who you know. It's who knows you. See, and because people know that I do Black History tours, what you think, man? That if Truth Conductor take off, what do you think they're gonna start looking for? Damn, he do Black History tours. Let me book one of his tours. See, as Don Folden, I don't have that drawing power. But as the Truth Conductor, now that's a whole different entity. And I'm the same person. I'm the same person, man. I'm Don Folden, DC Don. That's me. that was my other nickname, DC Don. You see, and I just happen to fall on the Truth Conductor. Because people would tell me I always look like a conductor. That's it, man. That was me, gamer. DC Don, man. For a long time, man, I was DC Don. That was my nickname, DC Don. That was it. You know, so and you know, and then when I was with Metro, my nickname was Top Hat. When I drove a bus, everybody knew me as Top Hat. A lot of them didn't even know my name. Man, you know Top Hat? Yeah, I know him. He's on the F4 or the F6 or the P12. That's where you can find it. We all got nicknames, man. All of us got nicknames. You know, all of us got nicknames. And more than one. That people identify us by. Different people then gave us different nicknames, and we all answer to them. Same person. You see, so yeah, man, I'm going to binge out on me some television. I ain't watching no sports. I ain't watching nothing. I really haven't even been keeping up with what's on social media on these different sites. That's how, you know, disconnected I am. Cause see, a lot of this stuff is by design. You know, they showing you all of these murders and all this graphic crime and these graphic, they doing that, man, to numb you, to make you insensitive. See, and then it becomes acceptable. When you see, you know, men gunning down each other, because it's so commonplace now. It don't even faze us, because we see it so much. You know, we might at that moment feel something, but that's short-lived. You know, and people are so thirsty for this kind of stuff that you know, they just do it and keep doing it. you know? So, what I'm gonna do, man, I'm going to get my pan out my car so I can starch my shirts, man. I'm going to starch my shirts, and so they'll be ready for next week. And tomorrow is my Sabbath. I don't do no work tomorrow. I come on. It's gonna be my favorite chapter of Proverbs. Is what I'm gonna talk about tomorrow. Fourth chapter of Proverbs. I'm gonna show y'all what the Bible say about being wealthy. See, there are some, and this is what I find interesting, especially about the body of Christ. Now, y'all have admitted that tithes and offering was not the correct teachings. And a lot of a lot that went into the teaching of tithes and offerings was faith. You had to have faith to believe that if you sowed, you was gonna receive. So if that was wrong, then now you're still talking about faith. But you was telling me about my faith and it was wrong. And now you're gonna come along and tell me the right way to use my faith? When for years you've been telling me the wrong way to use my faith? And now all of a sudden I have to believe that? Come on, man, let's think. Let's ask questions. Let's use common sense. A lot of people just want your money. How do you know the difference from a person that just wants your money? Because a lot of the examples they use ain't in their life. You got people gonna get out here on the positive tip to tell you how to make it through rough times, and they ain't never had a rough time. They ain't never been evicted. But they can tell you what mindset you should be in. See? But they ain't never endured nothing. They ain't never had no hardship. And then even if they have had some hardship, they didn't share it with you. See, so you don't know. And you're gonna have a lot of people, mark my word, to get on this positive tip. And all the examples that they gonna use is on somebody else's life. That person just wants your money. That's all they want. They done learn the script and they sticking with it. And they just want your money. And a lot of y'all gonna fall for that, unfortunately. A lot of y'all gonna fall for it. And you're gonna be upset when you find out. When you find out you've been had, you're gonna be upset. Okay? So, I might come back tonight. I might. I don't know. But I had to go shave, man. I had to go and shave and groom myself. And I said, man, let me get back in my brand. Because I've been slouching. This eviction threw me off, man. It threw me way off. Because, before I was put out, as you know, man, I would come in my brand. And but that too shall pass. The good thing is, it didn't destroy me. That eviction could have destroyed me, man. I could have lost everything. I could have lost everything. And I'm gonna tell you, and even the guy, the lady at the apartment, she was really kind of nasty. But this guy came in. They called this bulk trash guy to come in. This company come to clear out my apartment. And she said, they're going to take everything out of here. What you want to keep, you can ask them, can you have it? So the guy that was responsible, I guess it was his company, was from Egypt. And he was talking to, I said, man, where you from? He said, Egypt. I said, I play your national anthem down in front of the White House all the time. He said, get out. And I just picked up my phone and say, here's my history. Look at the last time I played it. And he said, look, man, he said, first, your truck ain't big enough, and you're gonna need some help. He said, why don't you go over to 7-Eleven and get you some help? I said, man, I ain't got the money to do that. I just got the money to get this truck. That's why I'm late. So I ain't got the money to go hire no help. Now this dude coming to evict me. He came back and he said, look, he gave me two $50 bills. He said, here's $100, man. Take 50 and go get you some help and keep the other 50 for yourself. He came to evict me and gave me money. That's crazy, ain't it? That's crazy. I'm getting money from the guy that's coming to put my stuff out. He gave me $100. Sure did. And I told the lady, she talking about, you need some help. This ain't a good look. I said, miss, ain't nothing gonna be left. I promise you, I won't leave nothing. And even when I was, so my neighbor came home. And he said, man, what happened? I said, got evicted. He said, for real? I said, yeah. He said, you need some help? I said, yeah, I do need some help, man. He said, let me go in the house and greet my wife and whatnot. And he said, I'll be right back. And him and his son came back and started helping. At that point, man, I've been out there all day. I'm exhausted. And then another guy come up. So I told my neighbor, I said, look, man, I said, you see that dresser right there? I said, do you need a dresser? He said, yeah, I could use one. I said, you can have it. Take that dresser and mirror right there. Brand spanking new. Take it, you can have it. Then the other guy that came, and I had a table set that I mean, it was a nice bench and table. And I paid like $15 for that thing. I mean, it was a nice bench and table set. And I said, you need a table? He said, yeah, I could use that. And you know what? Those were the two pieces. If I had kept them, I wouldn't have been able to fit them in the truck that I got rid of. The two things that I would not have been able to fit in my truck is what I gave away. And I ain't worried about that, man. I get another dresser just like that. I get another dresser. I'm not worried about that. See, but I helped somebody, and they was helping me. And see, this is another thing that people gonna have to start learning how to barter. You might not have the money to do what you need to do, but you might have the expertise. And sometimes, man, you're gonna have to trade off your expertise to get something you want. You're gonna have to do that. You're gonna have to trade, man. When I got my vans repossessed, I had this guy from Nigeria. He said, Captain Buddy, that's what he called me, Captain Buddy, where you been? I said, man, they repossessed my truck. He said, why you ain't tell me something? Why didn't you say something? I said, well, it is what it is. He said, well, help me. And he said, I'm gonna meet you at the hotel. I'm gonna give you two keys, one to a 12 passenger, one to a 15 passenger. Whenever I need you to do a tour, you go get one. Just get on your bicycle, go up there, get the truck. Then when you leave, take the truck back, get your bicycle, get back on the subway, go home. Man, I did this guy's tour so good. He come up one day, he said, why don't you just take the 12 passenger home and do your tours and mine. And when I need you, you can come right away. Because sometimes I might not have time to wait for you to have to get on the bus to go up and get the car and come back. I might need you like right away. So he said, and for 2 years, man, I drove that dude's van. 2 years. Did his tours and mine. Didn't have to pay no gas, no maintenance for 2 years. I was banging his tours out. I banged them joints out, buddy. Sure did, because he was helping me. I said, I didn't shortcut him. That's how I was able to survive. That's how I was able to, because my shit was gone. And the 12 passenger that I had was the same van a Ford medium roof Transit was the same van that I got repossessed. And I had a 2015 Ford Transit and a 2014 Mercedes Sprinter. And, people just weren't interested in Black History tours, and I got them both repossessed. And I'm still in business. I'm still at it, man. Even my wife told me, baby, she said, honey, why don't you get that up? It ain't working for you. Give it up. And I kept telling her, no, I'm not giving up my tours. I'm not giving them up. And that's why she's sitting in the Philippines mad right now because I wouldn't give up my tours and they ain't been profitable. And she's sitting there mad right now. And boy, if something happened and bam, they click, shit, all that anger and all shit, that shit'll be gone. Say, hey baby, look here, check your bank, check your account. I put some money in there for you. That'll put a smile on her face. I'm sure. When I can say, hey baby, look, let me send you some money. And but I'm a con artist. I'm begging. I'm trying to get something for nothing. And I'm trying to, man, ensure some history won't die. Because even our own, let me show you how even our own mayor, her story is going down the vine. Because ain't nobody telling D.C. Black history. Her story is going down the vine. And she's the second Black woman to be mayor of Washington, D.C. Sharon Pratt Kelly was the first Black woman to be mayor of Washington, D.C. Her story, dying on the vine. Look at Howard University, founded right here in Washington, D.C. Story dying on the vine. That's where Kamala Harris graduated from. She pledged AKA at Howard University. Look at the fraternities and sororities that started at Howard University. Stories are dying on the vine, man. Dying on the vines. Ain't nobody sharing the history. We got so much history, man, that's just dying on the vine because ain't nobody sharing it. And after a while, they're going to forget about it. And that's what I'm trying not to do. Trying not to let them forget. And I'm struggling. Nobody sees the importance of that. People just don't, they don't think that's important. This history is not worth saving. Because surely if it was, I would be busy. Here it is, February 3rd. Ain't nobody even donated a tour. I ain't even had nobody donate. Say, man, I'm going to donate a Black History tour for you to help your business out. I ain't even got a donation of a tour for Black. And you can't say you don't know who I am. You'd be lying. If you say you ain't never seen me, you ain't know I do Black History. So what is the problem? Why can't I get the support? Why is that? I know conservative atheists say it's because of me. But it can't be because of me. Because there are too many other Black businesses that are struggling. Well, so why is that? We never talk about that. And as they say on the, you know, the girls talking, this ain't the time. This ain't the time to discuss that. That's what you're gonna get. This ain't the time. It ain't never the time to try to get to the bottom of some stuff. You know, people are always gonna tell you, this ain't the time. When is? If this ain't the time to try to save some history, when is? When is? And so, and consequently, man, you know, like I told you, most of these inner city kids can identify with a street vendor. They can identify with them. That's what I came from. And I do the Black History of DC, and you won't put me in front of disadvantaged youth to try to show them, hey man, I came from a street vendor, and look what I'm doing. You can do the same thing. You can start out as a street vendor, and one day develop your own Black History tours of Washington, D.C. to make a living. I could have went to dope. I could have went to a whole bunch of stuff. But I said, man, let me try my own Black history, since ain't nobody doing it, to try to make a living. And it's sad. I make more money selling dope than I would Black history. Ain't that some sad shit? I can make more money selling dope than I can selling Black history. Right now. Right now, man. And I want an apartment? Shit, I can go out here and start dealing tonight. If I want to get me an apartment, I can start dealing tonight. And by next weekend, I'll be in a place and probably have 6 months paid up. Just that easy. Just that easy, man. Just that easy. Look how easy it is for me to do wrong and get paid. And I can't do right. That's what happened, man. See, when they brought Superfly out back in the 60s, that was by design, man. To show black men that, you know, you ain't got to work no more. You can sell dope. Look at the lifestyle you live. Not only will you be able to live a glamorous lifestyle, look at the women. Look at all the punani you can get as a dope dealer. You know, because they're coming for their money. And they know you got money. And they'll give you anything you want just to get some of that money. Just to be around some of that money. That's what you got some girls right now. Man, they'll do anything that man want to do. Whatever he want them to do. You want to have a threesome? No problem. Because I know you're going to give me access to your money. You see, you want me to be a freak for you? No problem. Because you're going to give me some money. Everything is not for everybody. You're absolutely right. But I'm saying we also have choices to make. So, you know, that's the easy way out. You know, selling dope is the easy way out, man. That's cheating. That's if you're gonna sell drugs, you're cheating and killing your own people. But more importantly, you're cheating. And look at Jay-Z, man. Jay-Z came from a drug dealer. Talking about he's a billionaire now. And that boy done made millions of dollars singing about how he used to sell drugs. He cheated. He didn't come up here and pull himself up by his bootstrap. Man, he got dope money. Got Jay-Z where he is. dope money. And quiet as kept, he might be still in it, just financing. He ain't got to be out there on the corner. Man, quiet as kept, he could be financing some shit. How you know? How you know? You don't know. You don't know. You know, because that's a hard, that drug game, man. Once them cats get in it, it's hard for them to get out. It's hard, man. Talk to some of these boys uh, talk to some of these boys that's been out here in the streets. They'll tell you, shit, it's hard to let go of that drug money, man. That shit be coming so fast and so easy. It's hard to let that go. And that's how they get jammed up. They can't let go. Always gonna get that, man, let me get this one last hit. And that one last hit, that one last payday is the one that mess you up. See, you're trying to get that one last payday, and that's what's gonna mess you up. So that's the easiest thing in the world, man, to do in Washington, D.C. is sell dope. That ain't hard. That ain't hard at all, man. Ain't hard at all. I want to get out here, you know. I mean, seriously. If I ain't had no heart, if I ain't had no compassion, shit, I wouldn't be broke. I wouldn't be broke. Wouldn't trust nobody, but I wouldn't be broke. And that's just the way it is. Cause most of them people get into that game, man, they don't trust. It's hard for them to trust. You see? So, you know, but you know, again, I can make more money selling dope than I can Black history. That's the travesty right there. I can make more money quicker selling dope than I can selling my own Black history. That's a travesty, man. That's a travesty. And we got the nerve to be complaining about black on black crime. And I'm telling you, man, I can give me a chance. Let me see, can I reach some of these youth? See, cause you know, when I take kids like that on a tour, see, I'm gonna be testing them. We're gonna be playing some games. I'm gonna be giving them some money for their knowledge. See, that's one of the things. I'm not just gonna take them on a tour, but man, I'm gonna give away some money because I'm gonna ask them some questions. And those that can answer the question properly, see, we got to understand, what is it that get the attention of these kids today? It ain't education. It ain't a job. It's this money. That's what get the attention of these kids, is that money, man. And if you can show them how they can make some of this right here, you get their attention. You'll get their attention. See, everybody wasn't cut out to go to school, get a good education, to get a good job. Everybody wasn't cut out for that. You got some kids that didn't go to school, didn't graduate. And those are the ones that's out here causing the havoc, because they don't have education. They don't have a way to provide for themselves. But then I come along and say, hey man, you want to learn some Black history? I give you a job. I give you a job, and I pay you well. Okay, because I'm looking for loyalty. Man, how the hell you gonna come up here and tell me what to stop saying on in my room? This is my house. How the fuck you gonna tell me what I can and cannot say? If you don't like what I'm saying, get the fuck up out of here. That's what you do. Get the fuck on gone, man. How you gonna tell me what I can talk about on my platform? Get the fuck up out of here. Take that little dick energy and go on somewhere else. You're acting like a bitch now. That's what you're doing. You're coming up here like a bitch. Really? Ain't none of us full black. So you ain't full black. Who is full black, motherfucker? Who is full black? You ain't gonna find full black. You gotta go to Africa to find full black. Because, unfortunately, the slave master had his way. You ain't shit. Matter of fact, let me get your ass up out of here. Let me show you what I do for you full black motherfuckers. Get the fuck up out of here. That's what you gonna do. You gonna get your black ass up out of here. Bye. Get your ass out of here. Now, get your ass up out of here. You full black that. Now let me see you full black that. Yeah, full black that, goddammit. Ain't nobody full black. Ain't nobody full white. We all got some shit up in our family tree, man. Shit, that's America. That's America. Because the slave master, believe it or not only did the slave master have his way with the women, but shit, some of them wives had their way with the men. You know how many babies was murdered because they was mulatto? Them white women that done got knocked up by somebody, and the doctor delivered that baby. Oh shit, this a nigga here. Kill that. You don't think that happened? You don't think it was no white women that was in love with some of them bucks? I'm telling you, boy. Come on, man. And they can have their way with them. With no resistance. Can you imagine, man? You can go in and you can have your way with anybody you want. And it's legal. That's the sad part. It's legal. Y'all better look up Virginia, man. Virginia was no joke. At one point, white women could kill black women in self-defense out of passion. Because her husband couldn't get enough of her. And she could kill a black woman out of passion and get away with it. They weren't gonna do nothing to him. And we had a lot of that, man. We had a lot of white people that turned their back on that lifestyle to intermarry with a slave, with a black person. And you can say what you want, but usually when you find an interracial relationship, them joints last pretty long. They get along. They stay together longer than if it was two whites or two blacks. Have you noticed that by interracial couples? Man, they hang in there together. They really do. Because they come out fighting. They know what they're dealing with. And if they love each other, shit, you can't divide them, man. You can't divide them. Interracial couples, I'm going to say, and I haven't looked up the statistics, but I bet you divorce is very low among them. Bet you divorce is low among interracial couples. Because they got so much they got to deal with. And I'm just, you see, I like to talk, man. I like to talk. I like to share, some common sense with people. because, I've made mistakes in my 70 years. I've made mistakes, man. I'm not perfect. I am not perfect. I am not perfect. I made some mistakes through trial and error. And I know I made some mistakes. Okay? Yeah, I am, man. I was 70 January 19th. That was my 70th birthday. You know? And this is how I had to start out. In transition. I'm just in transition with my housing right now. I'm not homeless. I'm in transition. Because when I leave out of here, man, I'm going to a brand new place. And see, y'all gonna know, I ain't gonna even have to tell you. Yeah, I'm 70. Yeah. January 19th, 1953. What is that? 70 years old. Yeah, that's my birthday. January 19th, 1953. That's when I was born. And my mama always called me a late bloomer. My mama, man, I used to, mama, please, mama, don't speak that. She said, boy, you're a late bloomer. And finally, I just stopped fighting her, and I just said, okay, I'm a late bloomer. My mama always told me I was a late bloomer. So that means when a late bloomer, in their old age, they still look good. They still shine. In their old age, that's what a late bloomer is. They shine in their old age. And that's what my mama used to always speak over me. Boy, you're a late bloomer. I'm serious. Okay? And I'm gonna tell you, man, my mama died in 2014. And I can't explain it, but it was like something just lifted up off my shoulders. You know, when my mom died, like something just lifted up off my shoulders. And I couldn't explain it. I couldn't explain it. And I had this trumpet player that I went to church with to come and play at my mama's funeral. He came to play at my mama's funeral. And my grandson was a trumpet player at that time. And I honestly believe, because he was a real, this guy was a real spiritual dude. And I always believe, man, that he transferred that trumpet spirit to my grandson at my mother's funeral. Because after that, man, my grandson took off with that trumpet. Took off. After my mother's funeral, my grandson took off with that trumpet. He took off with it, man. And I told you, he's a Flack. See, Roberta Flack is his great aunt. And he ain't never met her. That's his great aunt. His daddy, who's deceased now, was her nephew. And my grandson is the only male Flack left. My grandson is the only male Flack left. Everybody else gone. Everybody else gone. My grandson is the only one that's carrying the Flack name right now. And I told him, I said, boy, that woman has laid a foundation for you with her name. She done laid the foundation with that name. You have to honor her. Your first project has to honor her because she laid the foundation. that you walking on right now. And you don't have a lot of your classmates, they ain't got that. They ain't got nobody that's been out in front of them. And I said, and I just told my grandson last night. I said, man, you need to start playing her music to see what it's telling you, what it's talking to you. Play one of her songs and see if it talks to you. See, listen, y'all. Ideas talk to you. They talk to you if you're listening. Unfortunately, most folk don't pay attention to the ideas. That's why they go to somebody else. Because the idea is possessive and it's jealous. When it comes to you, it wants your undivided attention. And if you don't give an idea your undivided attention, it'll say, screw you, I'm going to somebody else. And leave. And see, and if you don't watch out, see, if you don't start embracing your ideas when they come to you, ideas will stop coming to you. They're gonna stop. Because they're wasting their time. And they ain't trying to waste their time. They trying to come to somebody that's gonna embrace them, that's gonna try them. And some of them ideas are designed. Thank you. And some of the ideas are designed to knock you flat on your butt to see how you're gonna respond. Some ideas are designed to knock you on your butt to see what you're gonna do. Cause it's and see that idea that knock you on your butt, another one is standing right there looking at you, see how you're gonna respond. If you lay there, that idea that's watching you, not the one that knock you on your butt, but there's another idea watching to see, okay, let me see what he gonna do. Goddamn, he just got knocked down. Let me see what he gonna do. Oh, he ain't get up? Ain't no sense in me going to him. Let me go over here. And that's what the idea gonna do to you. But see, when you get knocked down and you get back up, them ideas that's watching you, oh shit, that's our man right there. That's our man. We need to go to him because he ain't gonna give up on us. See, ideas don't want you to give up on them. They don't want you to count them out. And they might take you around the long path. And you think they ain't working and they keeping you out of danger. You might have to go through some stuff, man. You might have to experience some stuff. But they carrying you all the way around danger. And one day, they gonna click, man. And everything gonna come together because you didn't give up. And that's what most people do with ideas. Man, they'll try one or two ways at it. And let me tell you how you know an idea is for you. See, when an idea is for you, that joint gonna talk to you. What? Ideas talk to you? Damn right they talk to you. They'll start showing you, and this is the crazy thing about an idea. Idea ain't gonna never show you where the hazards are. Ain't gonna never show you where the discouragement is. Ain't gonna show you where the roadblocks are. Ain't gonna never show you that. An idea is gonna show you, man, if you embrace me, look how much money you can make. Look what I can bring you, man. If you embrace me, look what I can do for you. That's how ideas come to you. They gonna show you, man, if you look at the money you can make if you embrace me. And you don't realize, man, there's a minefield between what you saw and trying to get there. You gotta walk through a minefield. They don't show you that. You find that out when you start trying to reach it. When you start going to it. And see, and that's what most folks, it's the minefield that turn most people around. Because they too easy to get discouraged. Because they want to come together just like this. See, most folk, when they get their ideas, man, they want to start out in a storefront. They ain't trying to start out in their kitchen or in a friend's house. They trying to start out in a storefront. And if they ain't got a storefront, they ain't got time. See, and not realizing, man, you make your mistakes small. See, when you're small, you can make a mistake and recover from it. But when you're big, you make a mistake, man, that could destroy you. But see, when you're small, you can recover when you make a mistake. Because it ain't going to be too costly, because you're small. See, you're learning. And then when you get big, you know not to make that mistake. Because you made it when you were small. You see, and when it crossed your path, oh, no, no, no. Oh, I didn't remember you. This is what I got for you. We're going to do this now. See, that's how you have to deal with that. And most folk don't want to make mistakes. And that's what's hurting them. Because that's how you learn, man. From making mistakes. And that's the one thing people don't want to do. They don't want to get out here and make no mistakes. So consequently, they ain't gonna learn nothing. They ain't gonna learn a thing. Ain't gonna learn nothing. Because they don't want to make a mistake. They too worried about what people gonna think. How they gonna look. See, if I had an ego problem, okay? Okay, listen, see, if I had an ego problem, man, I wouldn't be coming here still talking to you, and I've been evicted from my apartment, and I'm still trying to encourage people, still trying to uplift people, because, you know, that adversity is not shameful for me, and that adversity was designed to be shameful, to be hurtful, to be painful. See, now I can come and tell you, hey, listen, man, you don't give up. See, now I can come and show you, man, I done got evicted. I'm living out of a hotel, and I'm still at it. I'm still at the motherfucking plate. I got my bat in my hand, motherfucker. Come on, throw me the pitch, God damn it. Throw the damn pitch. I'm ready. See, I'm still ready to swing, even though I'm in transition. I'm still in the game. And most of y'all take yourselves out of the game, man. You let yourself go. You see, you think this tooth wasn't supposed to embed? For a long time, man, I didn't even want to go live because, you know, I knew people was going to be embarrassed by my tooth. See, I had to convince myself, you know, man, fuck my tooth. I'm 70 years old. If a motherfucker got a problem with me losing a tooth at 70, fuck him. Simple as that. Fuck him. That's the attitude I had to develop. But you know how many people that look and say, oh, he got a missing tooth. I don't want to hear nothing he got to say. And I could be banging them dead on the head. But they'll see, this is the problem. People will take one or two things you do wrong, and they will negate 100 things you do right. See, this is how society is right now. They'll take one or two things you do wrong, man, and they'll negate every. That's how come I can't support you. You're lying. You wasn't gonna support me no way. You just using that as an excuse. And you agree with 100 other things that I say, but because I do, I cuss. That's how come I can't support him. He cussed too much. See, he might get in there and tell Black Lives Matter, you some fake motherfuckers, and you don't do that. You ain't supposed to talk like that. Even if they are threatening to kick your ass, you ain't supposed to tell me, fuck you. See, you ain't supposed to say that to them. That's how people do, man. And then damn, true conductor, shit, I wish I had the nerve to get up in there. You know how many people, when they heard that, said, damn, I wish I had the nerve to get up in there and say something like that. And y'all heard me tell them, man, y'all some fake motherfuckers. I'm in the middle of a Black Lives Matter protest by myself. And I'm telling them, Okay? And I'm telling you, you're a fake motherfucker. And it's a whole lot, man, there are millions of people right now in America that would love to tell Black Lives Matter. Man, y'all some fake motherfuckers. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Lord, a lot of y'all wish you could say, man, y'all some fake motherfuckers. And walk out of there safely. if y'all had a guarantee that you get up in there, you go up in there and say, man, y'all some, because all y'all get up and you don't only get concerned when somebody else kill the police. You ain't talking about nobody black killing black folk. That ain't an issue for you. You okay with it. But you want to raise all this hell because the police killed somebody. And if you put up what the police didn't kill versus what black men didn't kill, ain't no comparison. More black men have killed each other than the police. And it ain't no emergency. Let me say that again. See, when the police kill somebody, now it's emergency. But black men are killing each other like fly. Man, I just saw where 3 rappers went to Detroit from Grand Rapids and got killed. They just found them, dude. They've been looking for them. They just found them yesterday. Young boys. 3 of them go do a concert, man, and they got killed. But we ain't got no black on black crime. You ain't had no protests about that, did you? You ain't see Black Lives Matter out protesting that, did you? They ain't say a word about that. They ain't said a word about that. Because 9 times out of 10, this was black on black crime. And they ain't say a word. That just happened. See, you no, seriously, man. And this is the stuff, and when you try to talk about it, you're a coon. You know, you doing the white man's bidding. When you try to bring this shit up. When you try to talk about, what about black on black crime? Man, how come we ain't addressing how we killing each other? Why are we scared to address that? And there's so many people that agree with me. But they won't back me financially to be able to say, man, I should be going around, man, talking about black on black crime. Ain't nobody else talking about it. Ain't nobody else getting in the middle of them. You ever seen anybody else get in one of their rallies and say, talk about black on black crime? You ever seen anybody else do that? Think about it. Have you ever seen anybody else get in the middle of a Black Lives Matter protest and say, talk about black on black crime? Have you ever seen it happen? No. Then when you see it, you still don't, I'm not, he cussed too much. He cussing too much. I can't support that. Man, if every person that agreed Black Lives Matter is full of shit. Say, you got the nerve to get in, I'm going to send you $10. If every person agreed with me, say, you know what, True Conductor, I'm going to send you $10 for that. Shit, man, I'd be out of there. I could go and probably buy a house, cash, tomorrow. If everybody that agreed said Black Lives Matter is full of shit, man, just because you told them that and you had the nerve to say it to their face, I'm going to send you $10. I'd be out of debt. I'd be out of debt. Just like that. I'd be out of debt. But for some of y'all, that's just too damn easy. That's just too damn easy. But if everybody that agreed with me say to be in that situation and for you to say that, I'm going to give you $10, I'd be out of debt, man. Man, in fact, not only would I be out of debt, I can go back to the apartment and pay them the money I owe them. and say, you know what? Man, here's the money I owe you, and I'm gonna put another 10,000 to help somebody else if they fall behind. That's what I would do. That's exactly what I would do. Okay? To show them, y'all don't know who the fuck you dealing with. See, you counted me out. And I would definitely department, and I tell them, and if your manager wasn't so damn nasty, I probably would have gave you more. But she was too damn nasty. When I was down, now I'm up. Now you feel like shit. That's how I would take it. That's how I do it. It might sound crazy to you. That's the way I do it, man. Yeah, it's gonna be, man. It's gonna be. But this is, you know, I just try to show people, man, I'm not afraid. That's all I try to show people, man. I'm not scared. And for some reason, they don't believe me. They won't believe I'm not afraid because they won't give me a chance. And I just show them, man, I ain't scared. I ain't scared to walk in any community in this city. I'll walk in any one of them by myself. By myself, man. Because I go in there, I know how to deal with them. I know how to deal with them. I can talk to them. I can relate to them. Because, you know, I came from the streets. I just wasn't illegal. See, I can talk to them how to do it legally. And don't nobody want to put me in front of no youth. Or I can say, man, this is how you do it legal. But don't nobody want to see that. Because then if they do that, it might have an impact on crime. It really might have an impact. And that's what people don't want. They don't want an impact on crime. City leaders don't want. I ain't never had no elected official take one of my tours. Never. And I ran for mayor of DC. They don't know who I am down at City Hall. Because I'm a community activist. I told you, I always been in the news, man. I always been in the news for one reason or another. I always been able, so you can't say you don't know who I am. You know who I am because I ain't got no problem speaking up. You know, you've seen that. But people don't believe it, man. They just don't believe it. And I don't know what to do to make them believe it. You know, let me give you an example. Show you what I'm talking about. Listen to this. Now, I had this white guy, and he called me last year too. He's still living. He called me last year. And he said, man, I've been looking. He said, this Ed Stern, you remember? I said, yeah, I remember you. I still got your letter. This white guy lived in Bethesda, and he worked at the Labor Department. And when I started vending at Judiciary Square, it was just a parking lot. That's what it was. It's a parking lot. Then they built an office building there, One Judiciary Square. You know, and I was there through the whole construction from the time they dug the ground until they finished. I vended there every day, playing my music. But listen to this. This is January the 18th, 1993. A day before my birthday, 30 years ago. Okay? 93, 2003. Oh, no, 20, what is that? Yeah, that's 30 years. 30 years. Listen to this. Thanks for showing how the district is dealing with street crime by Haslin Don Folden, the street vendor at 4th and D Street Northwest, District Weekly, December the 24th. I've seen that man for years, and I can tell you he is guilty. He's guilty of working every day, guilty of selling things people need, guilty of supporting his family, guilty of teaching his children about vending, guilty of playing a variety of music to cheer us up on the way to work, and guilty of giving direction to tourists and blind people. He's especially guilty of earning the respect and goodwill of hundreds, 1,500s, according to the Post, who signed his petition to the mayor asking to help get him off the street and into the building that came to that corner years after he did. Worst of all, he's guilty of being a motivated, self-respecting, honest role model for young men of any race. Somebody should keep an eye on that guy. That was 30 years ago, man. 30 years ago. And it's still the same thing. What's on Canada? What's happening? 30 years ago, man. And I'm still doing the same thing. Am I not still playing music in front of the White House? Am I not still trying to entertain people with their own nationality, with their own national anthems in front of the White House? I'm still using music 30 years later, man, to try to reach people. Because that's what I saw was working then. It worked then, and it'll work now. People just don't have appreciation for it. That's all. They just don't have, I'm ahead of my time, man. I'm just ahead of my time. The stuff I come up with, man, I'm just too far ahead of my time. And folk ain't thinking like I'm thinking. So consequently, I'm clout chasing. When I be coming up with stuff ain't nobody doing, see, I'm clout chasing. I ain't creative. I'm clout chasing. That's how we put each other down. See, that's how we discourage each other. We clout chasing. I got a guy on Twitter. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show y'all something. I got a guy on Twitter, man, that I was sitting outside when they was having the hearings on Brett Kavanaugh. I was on Capitol Hill with my sign, sitting outside the Senate office building with my sign, and this guy said I was a clout chaser. That's what he did. He took my sign. I'm trying to find this. Where he put that at? That's not it. One of these things. Oh. Hold on. Oh, right here it is, right here. Look, let me show you. See, this is the picture. Right here. See, people are standing in line to go into the hearing for Brett Kavanaugh, right? And what I said was, well, I'm going to come and sit right in the middle of the sidewalk and see what the police going to do, okay? I'm going to see what they're going to do. And I'm going to resist them all the way up until they say, if you don't leave, we're going to arrest you. Then I'm gone. Let me show you what he did. This is what he did. Okay? Oh, doggone it. How did I do that? Okay, so it's got to be right here. This is it. No, what I just did with the picture, hold on a second, man. I'm lunching. I just had the picture. What I do with the picture? Doggone it. Oh, here we go. Here it is. All right? So that's what he did. That's what he did. Same picture, but look what he did. Cloud chasing. That's how we put each other down. And all I'm trying to do is take advantage of some free press. Because you got all them people going into the hearing, and I'm out there advertising my business. And I'm a clout chaser. And I'm just trying to get somebody a job, man. I'm trying to preserve some history. And I'm a cloud chaser. And it's people out here falling for that. It's people out here believe that. What can you say? So, hey man, how long I've been? Man, I've been on here 2 hours already. Hour and 20 minutes. Okay?
I didn't get that.
See?
Tapping above to edit.
See, I told y'all, man. This joint always listening. Always listening. Always listening. And you worried about a balloon. I can't believe how many people are falling for that flim flam about a balloon and ain't saying nothing about TikTok. God damn. Y'all ain't saying nothing about TikTok and you concerned about a spy balloon. That balloon ain't got your banking information. TikTok does. Think about that for a minute. That balloon ain't got your banking information. TikTok does. Especially if it's giving you some money. And like I told you, can that app disable your phone? If we get into some adversity with China, can that app lock your bank account for you don't have access to your money? If we get into an adversarial situation with China, I used to. See, man, this is what I tried to explain to my wife. My wife said, honey, you need to do something else. I said, no, baby, I ain't doing nothing else. I can't give up my tours. And there are people right now that actually sitting waiting for me to abandon my tours so they can go right behind me and just pick up where I left off. Because I done laid all the foundation for them. And I told my daughter, I said, girl, if something happened to me, you better not let nothing happen to these tours. You better not. You know? And I'm going to tell you, I know we're building for a DC Black History Museum that's on my tour. On my tour. I know where the building is for the DC Black History Museum. It's on my tour. And it has, it's a historical building of a black business. Sure is. Sitting there empty right now. And I can tell y'all, one of the things the DC Black History Museum is gonna have, it's gonna have some bum food in it, boy. I'm gonna have some food in there that people are just gonna come to lunch. They're gonna come there to eat for lunch. That's how good it's gonna be. That's how good it's gonna be, man. See that? And you're gonna be able to afford it. See that crap they got out in the Black History Museum that's down at 14. And say, let me give you, see, the one thing about Black history in DC is it has a lot of symbolism to it. Black history in DC has a lot of symbolism. What do you mean? Like, in the Senate Circle, okay? There's a statue called the Peace Memorial in the Senate Circle. That's America crying on the shoulders of history, who's reading off all of the names of the naval Civil War dead, okay? But in the 1830s and 40s, that was an actual slave auction block. So when I see that statue, I see America crying on the shoulders of history, who's reading off all of the names of the families that was broken apart right there as sold as slaves. You see? Now, the Canadian Embassy is the only embassy that you will find in downtown DC on Pennsylvania Avenue. Reagan gave them that land when they helped with the Iranian hostage crisis back in the 80s. That's how the Canadian Embassy, right at 6 and Pennsylvania Avenue, got that spot. But in 1835, that was the site of the Snow Riots. The first race riot in Washington, D.C. happened at 6 and Pennsylvania Avenue. Beverly Snow owned a restaurant called the Epicurean Eating House. Okay? And see, the white workers at the Navy Yard went on strike. The black workers, because you had free and enslaved black labor at the Navy Yard, didn't participate in the strike. So it didn't work. All right? And they was upset because the strike didn't work. So now this is 1835. The what's the guy, the preacher that killed all of the white people? Daggone, his name is right on the tip of my tongue. He down in Virginia. It was 1831. And he killed all these black farmers that were slave masters. It was a movie done about it too. They did a movie about it as well. What's his name? God damn, his name is on the tip of my tongue. Nat Turner. Nat Turner. The Nat Turner, Nathaniel Turner uprising, 1831. Okay? Now, we talking about 1835. So a young black man was drunk, and he went into the widow of Dr. William Thornton. He had an axe saying he had every right to be free, and the rumor started that DC had its own Nat Turner. Okay? They arrest him, and they arrest the doctor, Reuben Crandall, because he had some abolitionist material in his office. The white workers in the Navy Yard went to the jail to try to break him out and couldn't. They started a rumor that Beverly Snow had insulted their wives and daughters by saying he could have any one of them he wanted. So they go to Beverly Snow's restaurant, tear up his restaurant, drink up all his liquor and his food, eat up his food. Beverly Snow gets wind of what's going on, and a friend of him helped escape to Toronto, Canada. A year later, Absalom Shad, another black man, coming by the same restaurant that Beverly Snow used to own. And the Shad family was responsible for buying land in Canada for runaway slaves to escape on the Underground Railroad. It was the Shad family that bought land in Canada for runaway slaves to escape on the Underground Railroad. So now Absalom Shad has come and bought this restaurant a year later after Beverly Snow escapes to Toronto, Canada. Now, isn't it ironic that the one place in DC that's instrumental to Canada is sit right next door to it? The Canadian Embassy is right at 6 and Pennsylvania Avenue, next door to where the Snow Riots happened in 1835. See, that's the irony. Okay? That's why I tell you, it's a lot of symbolism with our black history in D.C. You know, it was the 14th Amendment of the Constitution that gave us our rights. Where's the Black History Museum located? 14th and Constitution Avenue in Washington, D.C. See the symbolism? That's where the Black History Museum is located, 14th and Constitution Avenue. On one side of the street is the Black History Museum. On the other side of the street is the American History Museum. You can go in the American History Museum, come out, walk across the street to the Black History Museum, and see two totally different worlds in America. You get a snapshot of what America is like right there at 14th and Constitution Avenue in Washington, D.C. Okay? That's the kind of symbolism, man. And see, and because we had the highest educated black population in the country, see, you could get forged papers. See, slaves, a lot of slaves came through D.C. Not only could you get forged papers, but you could find work because they would hire slave labor. See, they ain't have no problem hiring slave labor. Okay, that was not a problem. Just like it ain't a problem hiring immigration labor because it's cheap. See, they hired us because that labor was cheap and they was getting paid off of it. See, the advantage that black folk, well, if you were black in D.C. before 1835, if you were free, you had to have 3 white people to vouch for you. And you had to put up a $50 peace bond before 1835. Okay? After the snow riots of 1835, that 3 white people went up to 5. That $50 peace bond went up to $500. Okay? And if you saw 12 Years a Slave, that happened right here in D.C. The whole gist of the movie was him getting back a message back to a white man, man, come get me. They done sold me into slavery. How many of those that weren't successful to get a message back to somebody white, man, come get me. They done sold me into slavery. It was a lot of people who weren't that fortunate. Solomon Northrop was one of the few, but the majority, they never made it out. Never made it out, man. Never made it out. So D.C. has always been a special city for black people. At one time, Washington, D.C., when I came to D.C. in 1975, this was Chocolate City, buddy. We were over 70% black. I mean, this was Chocolate City. And it had that reputation. We had the city. And we ain't do nothing with it. We let it go to decay. You know, we didn't develop it. See, a lot of this crime in the neighborhood is by design. Because what it's doing is depressing the property value. So you got developers who, people in the city, when they want to move a block of houses, see, they know who to call. They know, developer, hey man, listen, I got a block. I got 15 units I need to move. Can you handle it? It ain't who, see, I keep telling y'all, ain't who you know. It's who knows you. And see, a lot of them developers are plugged in to employees in the city. Man, when they got to move some property, they on the phone. Man, I got 15 units to move. I got 150 units to move. Can you help me? Can you do that? You know anybody that needs something like that? Okay, give me a call back. Give them a number, tell them give me a call. That's how that work. That's how that work. And they getting a little kickback, buddy. They getting some kickback. You think they ain't getting no kickback in this city? For some development? Come on, man. You got to be crazy. Somebody getting some kickback. Somebody is getting some kickback, buddy. I don't care where you at. Somebody is getting some kickback. And let me tell you how shit, DC was off the chain, boy, back in the day. DC was off the chain, buddy. And let me tell you how crazy, because you know, I told y'all, see, when I was fighting the corruption in the police department, so they was tearing my ass up with tickets and violations. You know, if you think I'm lying, when I ran for mayor, and let me show you how they did me. This how they did me, okay? Show you how they ran me out of town one summer, man. I had to take my kids and go back to Alabama. I went back home to my grandmama, man. That's how bad they treated me. I went back home to my grandmama, man. I told my mama, I'm taking my kids with me. We going to Alabama. She said, "You sure that's what you want to do?" I said, "Yes, ma'am. That's what I want to do." But let me show you how they deal with it. This is an article just to show you I ain't lying. I'm 41 years old. Okay, I ran for mayor against Marion Barry. Didn't have no money, no organization, because they told me I was lying. But listen, Folden, 41, is on a vendetta. Ticketed more than $9,000, denied a vendor's license, and arrested 10 times this year alone. 10 times, man. They're trying to break me. And this is 1993, in the middle of the crack epidemic. We were the murder capital of the world. And I had been arrested 10 times as a vendor. They arrested me over 10 times, man. Took my license. Cause I said that I told police, I said, man, these jokers on tape. You got some corrupt cops here, and I'm the only DC citizen that has ever fought corruption in the police department where some cops went to jail. I'm the only DC citizen that can say that. That I fought corruption in the police department and some cops actually went to jail. Can't nobody else, not another DC resident can make that claim but me. But I'm a con artist, man. I'm a scammer. You see, and it took me 7 years, but I got them. It took me 7 years. I got them though. They got caught. Sure did. And just like I was telling the truth at Metro. I told the truth at Metro. That's what got me fired. I told the truth at Metro. And they didn't like it. And they got rid of me too, man. I thought I was going on vacation. I look up 2 police at my door with a supervisor saying you terminated. You know, and what makes it so bad, they wanted me so bad, the termination letter they hand delivered to me said I was fired for one thing. And then on this date, on a Friday, told me I was fired. And the letter they put in my file for reference said I was fired for workplace violence and sexual harassment on a Thursday. You hear what I'm telling you? Had 2 different dates. Man, the arbitrator combined both letters to justify my termination. Combined both letters to justify. If I was fired on Thursday, how can I be fired on Friday? And if I'm fired on Friday, how can I be fired on Thursday? And he combined both letters to justify their termination. Awarded them. Say, no, the grievance denied. We might have proved their point. That's what the arbitrator did. Because he know once he made the final decision, I'm fucked. I can't change it. Even if he screwed me, ain't nothing I can do. Because his decision is final. Even if he fucked over me, his decision is final. And that's how I got in the dilemma that I got, man. And I just said, you know what? Since they done blocked the door, because I couldn't get unemployment. When I tried to get unemployment, the lady say, we don't pay for sexual harassment and workplace violence. That's what you talking about. I didn't get fired for that. She said, yes, you did. And I didn't know at the time. I only found out when I went to, it took me a year and a half to get my arbitration hearing. It took me a year and a half, man. They made sure I was broke. I ain't had no money. I couldn't fight up no way because you can't get no job. Because everybody that call up in there to get a reference gonna say I was fired for workplace violence and sexual harassment. So since you done cut that avenue off for me, only thing I can get out here and do is work for myself, man. Ain't no sense in me trying to go out here and get no job when I know you done set me up. Now you're trying to make me snap because I'm dealing with all this rejection. So I just said, man, I'm gonna start my own Capital Buddy limo. I dressed up, man. Shit, I put a suit on. I was just like this, but I had a suit on. In a limousine. In a limousine, goddamn. And I'm gonna tell you how I got my limousine. When they fired me, I just said, you know what? I'm going to church and serve. That's what I'm gonna do. I ain't gonna worry about this. I got my CDL. They can't take that. You know, I'll drive the bus for the church, you know, to keep me, you know, to keep active. And I'll just serve at church. You know, I started ushering. I was on TV ministry. I was on transportation. I did parking ministry. Man, I just went and I just got busy. And this guy named Phil Mendelson walked up to me one day. Phil Mathis said, he said, man, go look at this car. I like you. I want to help you go into business. I've been watching you. I like the way you serve. He said, go look at this car. Gave me the address over in Alexandria. Went and looked at the car. It was a 1996 Fleetwood Cadillac. 6 doors, 21,000 miles, garage kept. That joint was clean. Clean, man. And I said, Phil, this is a damn limousine. Last year, the big body. The last year, the big body. I said, Phil, this is a limousine. He said, that's all I got. He said, but I tell you what, I give you a deal. I sell it to you for $5,000. And not only will I sell it to you, I'll finance it. Call this guy up, tell him I told you to call and to work out some payment plans for you. And I had $500 in my pocket because I was selling t-shirts. I was hustling, man. Whatever way I can hustle, because I was a street vendor. So I went back to, you know, doing what I do at vending, selling t-shirts, doing everything. Man, let me show you. Let me show you what, when I lost my job, what they knocked me back to. Let me show you what they knocked me back to. I'm gonna show you what they knocked me back to. When I was making probably, when I left Metro, shit, I was almost $90,000 a year, man. I was getting it. I was at almost $90,000 a year. I was getting it and still in debt, you know, because I was tired of with all them loans. But let me show you what they knocked me back to, man. I'm gonna show you how creative I had to be. I ain't have no car. I had a dolly, man, that I would put 2 crates on, fill them up, and get on the subway, and go down to Union Station, and I didn't even have a vending license, man. And how I dealt with cause several times, man, police would come up and ask me if I said, man, I ain't got no vending license. They said, well, sir, you're gonna have to leave. And I leave. You know, and a couple of days later, I come back again. You know, I just took that chance, man. I just took that chance. But let me show you what they knocked me back to. I got this picture in here. Show y'all how I started back over. After I lost my job at Metro, this is how I got back on my feet. Let me show you. I know I got this thing in here. Where you at? Where you at? Come on. Here it is, right here. This how I started, man. When they fired me from Metro, any 3 for $5, boy. I had hats, I had some knit hats, I had some earmuffs, and I had some headbands and some little bitty knit gloves. Any 3 for $5. That this is what they knocked me back to when I lost my job at Metro. I ain't had no shame, man. This is what I went back to. This is what I went back to, buddy. And that's how I survived. That's how I was able to survive. And see, and right now, man, you know, cities all across the country should have some vendor-free zones for young kids to be able to come up in there and sell some t-shirts, some jewelry, or whatever they need to do, okay, to make it. And you can monitor these kids, man. And once they get on their feet, okay, let's get you a license. Let's get you legal. Right now, I just want you to make a living. We'll get you legal later. You know, I'm trying to get you not to be able to commit no crimes. So come on in here, man, make your money, and once you get established with your clientele, then we gonna elevate you to another level. And see, and once we move you out to another level, then we'll bring somebody else in. So you're constantly moving people and you're bringing people in. You're moving people, you're bringing people in. That's what you got to do, man. Let them get on their feet. Let them get on their feet, man. Let them get on their feet. And then push them the right way. You know, get them a license. Now they can sit up on the corner. See, they can go downtown and vent. And now they know the trade. So, and now that you got your license, see, we got tax. Now we got some more tax revenue coming in. See, we got more revenue coming in. And because we got street vendors, now we got tourism. We got foot traffic in other parts of the city that normally wouldn't cause people are coming to see, man, what they got, what they doing, what they selling. See, that's how you have to look at that. See, these young kids, man, are all about this right here. If you can show them how they can get some of this, man, you can get their attention. You can get their attention just like that. Show them, hey man, let me show you how you can make. You want some of this? Come here, let me show you how to get it. I show you the right way. And you ain't got to be looking over your shoulder. You ain't got to steal from nobody. You ain't got to rob nobody. You ain't got to deceive nobody. You can start your own tour company. And see, with DC Black Tours, man, I could use that for these young kids. Man, I could start some franchises. I give you a vehicle. You want a franchise? Come on, man, I set you up. Give me a percentage. Give me 25%. And I'll set you up. That's what I can do. I can set you up with your own franchise. I can set you up with your own franchise as a walking tour. And then you'll be able to hire some other people. See, that's how I see that. Okay, it's more than about what I can do. But how can I help these young people? And you got to have some vision and some you know, if you ain't got no vision, man, you can't see this. And the main thing right now we need to focus on is showing these young kids, man, how they can honestly get out here and make a living without doing all this dumb shit. And the reason we're not successful is because we're not putting any examples in front of them. See, they looking at the dope boy. They looking at the rappers. Those are their examples. They don't have nobody in the city, man, that they can say, damn, Truth Conductor, you did that? Not only did you were you a street vendor, you developed some black tours, and you developed a brand too. See, I'm this Truth Conductor. This is a brand. I just happen to do the Black history of DC. That's what I do. So look at what I'm putting in front of them. You too could do the same thing. You too could develop your own brand. You too could do that. It's not off limits. But they don't get a chance to see that. And I can tell them, man, I've been evicted. I've been put out. I haven't had my vehicles repossessed. See, I got a story that they can relate to. But won't nobody put me in front of them. They won't put me in front of them. Because I might be successful. I might be successful. And they won't put me in front of them. Because, I can relate to them. I can show them. I can show them how I've been involved right here in the city. Ah, but you cloud chasing. I'm cloud chasing. I'm cloud chasing. And I got the answer. But I'm cloud chasing. And I got the answer. So imagine how that makes me feel, man. To know I got the answer. And nobody's willing to give me a chance. How you think I feel? I got the answer. And won't nobody back me. Won't nobody agree with me. Because I'm cloud chasing. I got Denzel vibes. Shit, I wish I had his money. Forget his vibes. I want the pocketbook. I want my pockets like Denzel. I don't want just a vibe. Shit, let me have the money to come along with that too. I know what I'm going to do with it. Man, I would never have to pay for a meal in D.C. In the DMV area, no matter where I go, I would never have to pay for a meal. You know why? Because every restaurant, I can afford it. Every restaurant I go in, I can give everybody working a $50 or $100 tip. You think they're going to charge me for some food? Think about that. And restaurants would be, Truth Conductor, come see us. We got a meal. You doing it like that? Hey, come over here and see us. Every restaurant I walk in, man, I tip everybody. You think I'm going to pay for some food? I mean, think about that. I'm tipping everybody. I ain't paying for no food. I ain't paying for no. And see, that's how people. This is one thing I can admire about Marion Barry. When Marion Barry was the only 4-term mayor we've ever had, and I used to drive for him. Marion had a accident. He had a diabetic attack. He drove a Jaguar. In some kind of way, man, he went down the wrong way. He had an accident, had some kind of, and I just went and put my card on his door. I said, Marion, if you ever need me to drive for you, let me know. I'll be glad to. Man, in fact, let me show you how the picture. I was fat then. And he actually called me. He actually called me. He said, yeah, I can use you. And at first, he didn't recognize my name. But then when he saw me, he said, Don Folden, God damn. That's just what he said. When he saw me, he said, Don Folden, God damn. I ain't know that was you. I said, yeah, Marion, that was me, man. That was me. And one of the guys that handled him said, hey, you available this day? And the night he died was when whenever the guy that couldn't drive him wasn't available, they would call me. And man, I'm glad I wasn't with Marion the night he died, because I would be rich right now. He fell out in his yard. Shit, I'd have whipped my phone out, buddy. I'm glad he didn't fall out on me, because I'd have sure whipped my phone out. I'd have sold that picture, because it'd have been somebody want to buy it. I'd have sold that, buddy. I ain't lying. I would have sold that picture. Yes, I would have. You can say whatever you want to. I don't care. I would have sold that picture, buddy. I'm glad I wasn't with it, because that'd have been some serious temptation right there, buddy. I ain't lying. He followed Marion Barry? Oh, hell no. So, I'm gonna show y'all when I used to drive and you know what? As sick as Marion Barry was, that dude could hang out all night long. Could hang out all night long, man. All night long. I ain't lying. He was sick. We would be walking. He 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 was real sick, man. He had liver problems. He had kidney problems, high blood pressure. I mean, you name it, man. Marion had some problems, and it just caught up with him. On top of the fact, whatever they gave him to smoke, he never did shake. When he was in that hotel, whatever they gave him to smoke, it was supposed to kill him, because they had an ambulance in the next room, and they thought that shit was strong enough that it was gonna give him a heart attack, and it didn't. And Marion could you could see him, and he'd be talking, and he'd get a little, he like a drug, he would drop like he's trying to catch himself. You ever seen a person on heroin? They start this slow, they can be talking, man, them jokers have been all the way over. You talking, they be enjoying that high soul, boy, and they won't fall. They'll be bending over. They just enjoying that high. They'll be bending over down to the ground, man, down on their knee, but they won't fall. And Marion, man, you can let me show let me. Okay, you could be talking to Marion like this here, and then he'll catch himself like this. He'll catch himself like that. This is how he'll do. You be talking to him, he'll just catch himself like that. That was the side effect. Whatever they gave him, that's how I did him, man. That's how I did him. He catch himself like that. So whatever it is, it was strong. He never did shake that. He never shook it. Never shook it, man. And let me tell you something. And people always say, man, why did the city see Marion Barry smoking dope and still turn around and reelect him? Because every kid that wanted a summer job, the 4 terms Marion was mayor, got one. They got a job. And sometimes that was 2 and 3 kids in a family, man, that got a job under his summer youth program. Senior citizens got breaks on their property taxes. Kids didn't have to pay to ride the bus or the subway to school. Everybody was suspicious of the dope. Them women love Marion Barry. But you can't attach no stolen money from D.C. to Marion Barry. People around him was stealing like crazy. Marion Barry never stole no money from the city. And they loved him. They loved him, man. And that's why he kept getting chance on top of chance, man. Marion went to prison, came out, got reelected. And I always say that Trump supporters suffer from the Marion-Barry syndrome. The Trump supporters suffer from the Marion-Barry syndrome. Marion-Barry supporters were just like Trump supporters, man. Trump can do any goddamn thing he want to, and still got him a course. Marion-Barry was the same way. Marion-Barry did that. That's how Marion was. He could do anything he wanted to, man. He still had him a core of support. They was just gonna bag him, come hell, high water, no water at all. They was gonna bag Marion-Barry. I'm trying to find this picture, y'all. I know I got it in here. I know I got it in here. Where you at, Marion? I know I got you in here, man. Where you at? And I'm close to you, too. Where you at? Damn, I gotta find that picture, man. Me and Marion-Barry. Let me show y'all something. This guy right here, his name is Bill Ace. William Bill Ace. He was the Atlantic and Pacific commander of the nuclear submarine for the Navy. And when I met him, he had pancreatic cancer. When I first met him like in late January, and by the end of June, he was dead. This is the last time I saw him alive. You know, this is the last time. And this guy lived up in Bethesda with one of his friends. He lived in her house. And she was never home. Pam was never home. So when Bill's health started deteriorating, I would go pick him up and take him to Baltimore, to Johns Hopkins. And he started giving me the code to the garage so I could just come in the house and find him, you know, and get him and bring him out. And man, she would throw money all on the floor. He said, damn, Pam must be trying to test you because all this damn money on the floor, I ain't never seen that before. And see, my grandmama had told me, she told me, my grandmama was a maid. She tell, baby, said, if you see some money in somebody's house, don't touch it because somebody watching it. That's what my grandmama used to tell. Baby, if you walk in somebody's house and you see some money, don't touch it because somebody's watching it. You see, and when I walked in the house and I saw them coins and them dollar bills, and I heard my grandma, baby, don't touch that. Somebody watching that. And this dude was so sick that before he died, I brought him back home. He couldn't even walk, man. And he had to crawl to his bedroom. He had to crawl at my feet, man, to get to his bedroom. And one time, we was going to Baltimore, and he blurted out, nigga. I said, damn, Bill, you're dying. And you still holding on to that? That's all I said to him. Damn, man, you're dying. And you still holding on to that? And I was supposed to, you know, he was saying, listen, my funeral is going to be in Hawaii. I want you there. Okay? I want you at my funeral in Hawaii. Okay? And they had a ceremony at this club, exclusive club down near Georgetown. I went to that. But I never got my invitation to Hawaii. His daughter, all the money. I mean, he bought a brand new car before he died. Everything. And this dude had money. But you know, when it came down to the people he wanted at his funeral in Hawaii, she didn't honor that. You know, but hey man, I did what I could to make the man comfortable. I did. He was from Michigan. He went to Michigan. So did. Yeah, he's out of Michigan. I'm trying to find Marion Barry. I got you, boy. Where you at? See, this when my grandson was at Ohio State right here. See, that's when my grandson was he first went to Ohio State before he went to Michigan State. See, that's when I went up to see my grandson, you know, at Ohio State. So y'all, so don't get it twisted, but don't get that shit twisted now. You know, don't get it twisted. No, don't get it twisted. Marion, where you at? Where you at, Marion? I'm close to you. I know I am. I feel you. Where you at? I'm close. I'm gonna find that picture, man. I'm gonna go through here and find that picture. I got to find that picture. I got Marion Barry. I got him. And this is Jackie Robinson's son, right here. He got a coffee company in Africa. This is Jackie Robinson's son, right here. The famous Jackie Robinson baseball player, that's his son. He got a coffee company over in Africa. That's him. I met him here in D.C. So I told y'all, man, it ain't who you know, man. It's who knows you. I keep telling y'all that. It's who knows you. All right, I'm close now. Hold on here. Where you at, Marion? Where you at? Where you at, boy? I know I got you in here. I got to duplicate that pic, cause that's gonna be one of my pictures I'm gonna use. So I need to find that picture. I need to find that picture. I gotta find that thing, man. Cause I only got, I don't think I've duplicated it that much. So it's like a needle in a haystack right now. It's like a needle in a haystack. Where you at? Where you at? Boy. It ain't nothing like when you want something, you can't find it, boy. God diggity dog. If I ain't want this, I'd have never. See, I'm in here. I got all these pictures in here. It should be right in here somewhere. Where are you? You should be right in here. I can't find it, y'all. I gotta go through my pictures, and I'm gonna show you. I used to drive for him. I drove for him, and I gotta find that. I gotta find that picture, man. I was in the limo. He said, "This all you got, a limousine?" I said, "Yeah, man. That's all I got. That's all I got." I drive him on the limousine, and when I got him to wherever we was going, you know, I walk around to the door, and he knock on the window when he was ready to get out, and I open up the door. That's how he used to do when he was mayor, man. You know, when he pulled up to something, he knock on the window, they open up the door. You know, and that's what I did. That's how, you know, I just doing what everybody else would do. And you know, see that's my dad right there. And Service Davis got talking about, you know, that's my father right there. That's my father right there. That's my father right there. I can't find it, y'all. I got so many pictures. I got to go through here, and I got to go through here, and I'm gonna show y'all this my limo right here. This was. Let me see. Let me get a good shot of it. See, this was my limo right here. This was my limousine. I used to drive and say, "Is Obama in that car?" No, Obama ain't here. No, that was my limo, man. That's what I started Capital Buddy Limo with. You know, and she full right now. We got all kind of stuff up in that joint, boy. I ain't lying. I got all kinds of stuff up in there. But that was my limo, man. I'm gonna get that joint restored too. That's what I'm gonna do. I get my hands on some money, man. I'm gonna get my car restored. I'm gonna get it brand spanking new. That's what I'm gonna do. I told my grandson, boy, don't get rid of this. Keep this car. Don't you get rid of it, because it's gonna be a collector's item. Don't you get rid of it. Marion should be in here. Where are you? Where are you? Doggone it. Where are you? That was my Sprinter right there. It's my Sprinter, boy. I kept them joints shining too. That was my bus. That was my bus right there, boy. Sure was. Kept that joint clean, man. Everybody that needed see that's what she looked like. Everybody that needed to impress somebody, man, they would call me. Hey, your Sprinter available? Yes, sir. It's available. Come on, man, I need you. Okay, what you got me to do? What you need me to do? That's what I would do. I help people, man. And in return, I got help. You know, when I needed help, I got it. People then, they weren't, because I always help people when I could, you know, regardless to who it was. And sometimes it wasn't necessarily about the money. You know, it wasn't always about the money. It was just about, man, being able to help somebody deliver a product. See, and that's what people gonna have to get back to, man, is bartering. Sometimes you ain't gonna have the money, but you might have a skill, and you need to trade that skill for what you need. See, it ain't gonna. It's gonna come down. We're gonna have to learn how to barter with each other to make it. And people don't even consider that, man. The last thing they think of is bartering. It's 7 o'clock. God dog. Man, I've been on here almost 3 hours. Let me go. I like this, y'all. I like this. I like to talk. I like to share. I like to be real with people. You know, one thing I promise you, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna steal from you, and I ain't gonna cheat you. That's why I try to raise my kids, man. Don't lie to me, don't steal from me, and don't cheat me. We good. Okay? We good. That's how I raise my kids, man. We good. Man, my kids could tell me the truth and get away. I ain't lying. My kids tell me the truth. Shit, I don't get mad. I don't get mad when you lie to me. Goddamn, and you deceive me. That's when I get pissed off. Tell me the truth. All right, don't do that no more. And that's how I dealt with it. You know, and when you lie to me, you're gonna create a monster, and I'm not responsible because I told you don't do it. And I'm telling you now, when you lie to me, you cheat me, you steal from me, you're gonna create a monster, and I'm not responsible for its actions because I told you don't do that to me because this is what you're gonna create. What's going on? You come up in here, girl, I'm just getting ready to go. Here you come. I'm getting ready to go, boy. I've been up in here a minute, man. I ain't lying. I've been up in here a minute. Yes, I have. I can't believe I can't find Marion Barrett's picture. I just can't believe that. So it gotta be this way. I can't believe that, man. Out of all the times that I have seen that picture, and like I told you, and when I started my tours, this was my first tour guide. When I started my tours, this was my first tour guide. May he rest in peace. Harry Jones. Young man, had a heart attack and died. That was my first tour guide. Matter of fact, he set the foundation for he taught me some things, man, that I had no clue of. I had no clue of. I would just sit and listen, man. I was just driving and listening to him, you know, at the things he was telling and how he was telling the stories. And I said, man, I wanna, that's how I wanna be. And I was on Viator at the time, and I got off Viator because it was cruddy, and I had to honor all of the tours that I had in the pipeline, and I started on my own. I started doing my own, man. When I started reaching for independence, is when I started having my issues. As long as I was working for somebody else, as long as I was going through somebody else's website to get business, you know, it was good. But the minute I tried to cut out the middleman and do it on my own, that's when I fell flat on my face, man. When I tried to cut that middleman out, I fell flat on my face, man. Sure did. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to cut out that middleman so I can do this, and I wasn't successful. I wasn't successful at all. This your boy, Conservative Atheist. That's him. This is Conservative Atheist. This is what he used to do. This is the kind of stuff he used to do on Periscope. Right here, that's him. That's Conservative Atheist. Sure is. Marion, where you at, man? I'm surprised. And I'm gonna show y'all something. This is when I walked Jack Pozoviak. This is when I walked Jack Pozoviak, man. They jumped all over him, man. He set me up. Okay, he set me up. I could have got seriously hurt in this event right here, cause a young girl said, "Look at this, an old black man helping out a white supremacist." Man, they could have jumped all over my ass. And he was scared too. They had. Look, they had him scared. Look how he looking. Look how he behind me. Look how he behind me, man. They had him scared as shit. I ain't lying. And this guy, and they they had set this up. Okay, they set it up, man. And I didn't realize until after I went back and I watched the video and I said, damn, man, that dude could have got me hurt. He set that shit up. You know, it was a setup. And I thought that it was real, and it wasn't. It wasn't, and because it was the right thing to do, man. If I see somebody that is being ambushed or jumped or, you know, in distress, and I can do something about it, man, I'm gonna step up. I'm gonna step up to the plate. You ain't got to ask me. You ain't got to ask me. You know, and Jack Pozoviak is even knowing that I'm going through this issue here. You think he didn't offer some help to me? You think he didn't say, "True conductor, I heard you got evicted, man. Here, let me send you a little cash." Nothing. 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 But I saved his ass. I got nothing. Won't say a word, man. Won't say a word. I can't find Marion. I thought I had him in here, but I don't. I got him in here. I just gotta find it, cause I don't have that many duplicates of that particular picture. I know that. So it's only like out of the thousands that I have, I might have one or two, if I'm lucky. I might have one or two of those pictures. I can't find it, man. Daggone. And that breaks my heart. I can't find that picture. I had that picture too. I sure did. I had that picture, man. I don't know what I did with it. Don't know what I did with it. No, I gotta get another one. So anyway, that's it for me, ladies and gentlemen. I have had a wonderful day today. I'm back. And this guy, this is another guy, Mustang Medic. I don't know where he at, man. Me and Mustang Medic used to sit down in front of the White House. You know, he came here with the first Trump crowd, and he done disappeared, man. I hope Mustang is doing okay. I hope he's doing okay. You know, every number I had from him is and see, let me show you. See, this is me, this is Jason Kessler, and this is Mustang Medic right here. We always do some videos together. This is three of us. Me, Jason Kessler, he was the organizer of Charlottesville, and this guy was Mustang Medic. And we sit down and we did some interviews together. See, I be trying to talk to people, man. I be trying to talk to people, you know. I be trying to engage people. And, you know, a lot of times people don't appreciate that, man. You know, they just don't appreciate it. And I told you, with me telling Black Lives Matter, man, y'all some fake motherfuckers. It's millions of people agree with me with that statement, and if everybody agreed with that statement, would if they said, man, I'm gonna send you $10, I'll send you $5, should I'll be out of debt. I'd be out of debt. I'd be out of debt, man. Out of debt. And I can help somebody else. That's what I want to do. I want to put myself in a position where I can be helping somebody else, man. Pay it forward. Because I know what it's like to be without. Let me show y'all something. Y'all see this photo right here? Nobody will ever have this position again, ever. With this here. This is when they first dedicated at the South African Embassy. And the media was standing on this platform. And I was driving somebody for this company, and I just said, you know what? I'm gonna go up on this platform and I'm gonna get in front of this statue and I'm gonna take this picture, because when they take this platform down, nobody will ever be able to get this position again for a selfie. Nobody will ever be able to get this position in front of this statue like this for a selfie ever again, ever again, ever again. And I just, when I saw it, I said, oh, let me take advantage of that. Because once they take the scaffolding down, and see now, I mean, this statue is tall. And if you go up there now, you're going to be looking up. You're going to have to point your phone up. Those are some of the things that I would do. You know, that's how I did it, man. I just get out here, y'all, and try to take advantage of all of the stuff that's available. You know? See, this is Mike Lindell. Right there. That's when I had a different font on my sign. Who was I advertising there? TrueConductor.tv. That was when I was advertising my television station. I advertised my tour company. I advertised my television station, TrueConductor.tv, and I advertised Truth Conductor on Stop Hating Each Other Because You Disagree. And y'all know who this is. That's old Roland Martin. That's old Alpha Roland Martin right there. He was down in front of the White House. You know, that's him. Well, hey man, you know, you still gotta keep doing what you're doing. You still gotta and this man, this girl was a vendor. She was a vendor. She used to walk around. This girl here, I don't know. I forgot what country she's from. She walk around with a watermelon on her head, man, throughout the city. She walk around with a watermelon on her head. That's how she got attention, man. You know, she put a watermelon on her head and walk around the city, man. Dance, do everything with that damn watermelon. You know? Y'all think I'm lying. That girl, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. She got that watermelon up on her head, buddy. Look. Man, she could. I'm serious. That girl, that girl could. I mean, she could work that watermelon, man. I ain't lying. She could work that damn watermelon, man. And for the damn near 40+ years I've been knowing her. And that's when I first met her. She was walking around with a watermelon, and she to this day, she's still walking around with a watermelon on her head, man. To this day, man, she's still doing the same thing. So, uh, so no, I done met some characters, man. I ain't lying. I done met some characters. I have met some characters, buddy. Yes, I have. And when I first went down to the White House, when I first started going down there, I had this park police officer to tell me that I couldn't play my music. I couldn't put my speaker on the street. That they had. That's the one I should show you. That they had. They were in control of it. I said, no, that's a lie. You're not in control of this. You have no jurisdiction over Pennsylvania Avenue. The park. Your jurisdiction stop at the curb. And he actually called his sergeant. I said, man, you better call somebody. And he called somebody. And his sergeant said, it's on the street? He said, yeah, it's on the street. And when he said, I said, now, apologize. You should say, he said, I was going to do that. I'm going to try to find that. Try to find that video. Because, see, here's the thing, man. If you don't know your rights, people can tell you anything. Let me say that again. See, when you don't know your rights, people can tell you anything, man. You don't know. And I challenged him. And then I had this Jamaican to come right behind him and try to pull the same stunt. Man, I lit his ass up. I had him all over because he was poorly dressed. Man, he was sloppy. I mean, he was real sloppy. This guy was sloppy. And he come up and he tried to intimidate me. And I lit into his ass. So look at you, man. Look at your uniform. Look how sloppy you are. And to this day, man, that dude is one of my biggest fans. To this day, he's one of my biggest fans. He really is. One of my biggest fans, man. And I told him, and afterward, I told him, I said, man, he said, everybody that saw that video said I ain't do nothing wrong. I said, no, you didn't do nothing wrong. But it was the people that was before you that did something wrong. And you just caught the backlash. I said, that was the problem. You just caught the backlash. Let me see if I can show y'all one of them videos. I just saw him here. And when you stand your ground, man, you have to stand your ground. You have to stand your ground. Where you at, man? And to this day, I don't have no problems with the park police. I don't have no problems with that. Matter of fact, I done had a lieutenant from Secret Service to come over and say, man, thank you for coming out here with your music. Because you sure changed the whole vibe. When you come down here, you change the whole vibe. This a guy right here. Look how he looking. Man, I lit him up. And I tagged park police. I lit him up. And they got on him by this uniform. Look how sloppy he looking, man. Look how sloppy he looking. Man, I lit him up. I lit him up. I said, that's unprofessional. And then, and he would, see, here he is. That's it. Why, sir? Oh, well, okay. I'm not soliciting. That's free. So what is it? Sir, if I see you put money in the water, you're selling water. You understand? Oh, I'm selling water. If somebody pick up a water, I can put water there. I can put money in there. But I said right here, sir. You're not listening. I don't want to see this. You're not listening. You cannot solicit here. Once you receive the money, you solicit it. Do you understand? Okay. I already explained to you. Excuse me. Can I ask you your name, sir? That's my name right there. Well, why the attitude, man? No, I'm trying to explain to you, but you're not listening. You're telling me if they give you money. You are soliciting once you receive money. I'm just explaining it to you. I'm soliciting. Shit, I lit his ass up. Man, that's one of my best. This dude here, shoot, I don't have no problem with him now. You see how nasty he was? Man, I lit his ass up. I lit his ass up. I lit him up, buddy. I sure did. I embarrassed him. And to this day, he said, man, you're going to make it. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. I'm trying to find his partner. See, now, I'm going to show y'all about this selective enforcement over here. Now, right over on the other side of that lady right there, them umbrellas, is the park police. Park police is right over there. Okay, there he is, standing in a tree. Okay, standing in a tree, and ain't said a word, man. Ain't said. Let me see. I'm trying to find that dude. No, that's not him. That white boy was I had him too. God, did I had him. I had him dead to the right. I had it. I'm gonna find that video. And I'm gonna show you I had him dead to the right. And he couldn't say nothing. Couldn't say a word. Okay? Couldn't say a word. I'll find it. I will find it. I sure will, because I got it. I got it. Where is that? Yeah, I got to get these videos together. All right. Okay, y'all. I'm out, man. Thank you for joining me, man. Thank you for your patience. You know, I just try to make a difference. I'm just trying in my own little way to make a difference, man. Because I'm really trying to save my own ass. Because I see we got some people that's trying to destroy everybody. So, you know, I have a little selfish motive to try to save myself. And, you know, I can't wait on nobody else. I can't believe nobody else is going to do it. I got to try to save me. And how I save me? Man, I got to start speaking up. I got to start saying something. You know, that's how I'm going to save me. So, you know, and in saving myself, I'm going to save some other people. You see, because it ain't about me, it's about everybody. But I'm trying to save me. And in return, you know, other people gonna benefit. From me trying to save me, it's gonna help other folk. And that's my philosophy. Okay? I see y'all, man. Thank you very much. See you later.